Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to May the 5th. I wish it was a Cinco de Mayo kind of day, but right now it's not. Maybe when you all leave here, you're headed someplace like that. We'll make sure it's as entertaining as possible, and you can go talk about it when you leave. So welcome, I'm Catherine Leffner, and we're going to go ahead and begin now. We have a great presenter, and he just wrote to me and said he got held up a little bit, but he'll be here by the time that we need him. So he'll be here in McLean about 10 minutes till 5, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and begin, and we'll start with the community reports. And I do not see our code enforcement officer here just yet, but I think he will arrive. We have, where's Sheriff Smith? Yes, Sheriff Daniel Smith, come on up. He's been here since a half an hour probably before I arrived today. So he is right ready for you all.
Just got my time mixed up.
Well, keep doing that. We like it. We'll just come sooner.
Thank you very much. With spring break being officially over, how's everybody feeling? Is everybody seeing kind of a noticeable decline in people and traffic and everybody? What's that? And but there is I think maybe last week or even starting the week before that, we, as the sheriff's office, saw a noticeable decline for calls and people out on the beach and things like that. So I'm sure you guys have probably seen the same thing. So I have, and I believe it's up on the screen as well. So this is the report, the overview from April 1st to the 30th. So our operation went until officially to the 15th, but it got extended until the 1st, just based off on crowd volume and what we saw. So for next year, we're going to extend the operation all the way into May 1st. We're just going to extend it that time just to kind of have any people lingering. And we saw a lot of people from Buffalo, New York this year, and there was a lot. I don't know how they all got on Siesta Key, but there was a lot of people from Buffalo, and I'm from Attica, so that's up right near there. And then so their spring break ended. I think it was on the 18th, and then they had private schools that were out a week longer than that. So there was kind of some lingering. So that's why we chose to extend it officially until May 1st next year. So this report's from the April 1st to the 30th. There were 597 calls for service on Siesta Key during that time. 55 incidents, or 9% of the total, were persons or property crimes. I heard somebody say it seems like a lot. I said it last month when we were here. A lot of it's proactive work. A lot of that is because we had so many deputies out here, so many different resources out here. That's the deputies being proactive, making contacts with citizens that are on the beach. So that's why there is a lot of calls for service during that time, because it's and then on the third page that's up there. The third page, yeah. So there's a total breakdown of all the calls for service. So out of that count, 30 of them were alarms, which typically are, set up by mistake or accident. So they're typically not break-ins or anything like that. There were another 30 were for assisting other agencies. So fire department goes out on a crash, we go out to assist them, or they go to the main beach for any sort of problem. So we assist them. So if you look at suspicious incidents, suspicious persons, those are really all self-initiated. Some of them are where people are calling in suspicious people, things like that, but a lot of them are from the response from the deputies that were out here. So there's where a lot of those numbers really come from. So with spring break being officially over, we should see the decline in the calls for service and things like that next month. I can read through this if you guys would like on each individual line, or I know people had a lot of questions for me last month. And I know a question was asked last month about low-speed vehicles on this portion of Midnight Pass here. I did look into that, and yeah, there should be no golf carts or low-speed vehicles on this portion of Midnight Pass per Florida State statute.
Because it's 40 miles an hour, right?
Correct, yeah. So it's got to do with the speed limit. So it would be 35 or under that would allow the low speed vehicles.
So they wouldn't be allowed to go out to Turtle Beach either because they're stretched 40 miles per hour.
Correct, yes. And even if you go south, it's just south of the 7-Eleven on the right-hand side. There is actually a sign that says no low-speed vehicles and it has the 4-6 statute listed there. I don't believe on this end of Midnight Pass there's any signage, but it is enforceable. So there shouldn't be. There are. I see them, but if they are, they'll be stopped and educated that they're not supposed to be there. And we can go, and we have already, but we've gone to the rental places and educated the rental places and trying to get them to provide a map to the people that they're renting these golf carts out and things to say, hey, these are the areas that you can drive these areas you cannot. So hopefully they're educating their clients more, and we'll revisit those businesses as well and just kind of reiterate what we already said and see if they're trying to do some maps and things like that. Yes, sir.
As you said, I always highlighted as an observer a week or so ago on your list also. I'm concerned about the bike things. I ride all over the key. I know you're supposed to lock your bike up each time.
Yes,
I might distasteful something to have to lock my bike up, I understand. I was wondering if you were able to apprehend anybody, if someone was visitors who were doing it was just for fun. Do you have any kind of information on that?
I don't have any specific information, and that's something that I can research case by case on my computer, so I can get that information. But in this report, I don't have that. But with the thefts that we did have, the golf cart and things like that, that was all seasonal spring break people that came down. The golf carts that were stolen, those 2 boys that were caught in that were from Indiana. So they most of those I would say are seasonal. But if there's specific cases and things like that or areas, there was a bike stolen from X location, I can look into that and kind of do some more research in depth on the individual cases to see, if they were seasonal or if they were local. Yes, sir.
Sorry, life's gone is with the previous bus riding going up and down.
Yes.
Can't they get over on the sidewalk so a car can pass them, or is it illegal?
We wouldn't want them on the sidewalk, just because if they're pulling on the sidewalk and if people walking their bikes already on the sidewalk.
Sure, if they have a bike, they're not supposed to pass them when they get on the bus.
On the sidewalk, no vehicle should be on the sidewalk at all. The bicycles can be on the sidewalk.
They pull over the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Bicycle riders that go over are very single. Areas which get back.
Mm-hmm.
So getting on the sidewalk with that right front tire opens up 3 or 4 more feet on the other side of the bus for those of us that want to pass and pass.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you tell me it's illegal to pass.
I said last month that if you're the first vehicle that's in the line there behind and it moves over enough to go around it safely, where the crosswalk's not right there in front of it, because if they stop and there's a crosswalk in front of it and people are walking across and people are going around it, if it's safely done and there's an obstruction in the lane to safely go around, yes. But if there's a line of cars and the 100th person back wants to get in that center lane and race past all those cars to get around the bus, that's where the issue is. That's where we can't have that. Just because it's unsafe. I saw it over here.
Yes, there's a new electronic sign from Northbridge saying it's going to be closed for a while on Sunday.
Yes.
Can you tell us what's going on exactly? It's on the beach. What is caused the bridge to
That I don't know. I saw those signs as well, and I was curious on if they were shutting Highville down completely or. And that's what I thought. Is there going to be access on and off?
There'll be access for people that are local. They don't need to put it, and they cut off a certain way, and you have to go a different direction, and you see the village itself.
And that was
Take it along the beach, yes. The one lane will be blocked, and you'll have to go around Some people, but that's gonna go on something.
Yeah, I guess I talked to the county traffic engineer, Spencer Anderson, and he sent us a copy of the traffic management plan. And it's going to go for the next 5 months, working at the corner of Heigl and Ocean Boulevard. So you know where Ocean tees in there at the stop sign? Those ditches that are all around there are going to have sewer tile laid in them and covered up to be a swale. And then the water will filter through that to get into the sewer. It's going to happen in 3 phases. The first phase will close Ocean Boulevard from Heigl up to the church. And it will be only for local traffic, and the detour will be good to go down to the Out of Door Academy and come around. Now, the second phase will close it from the Heigl, from the intersection with Ocean, all the way down to the Out of Door Academy, and including mangrove access, except for local traffic. And the third phase is to go down to a road called Lotus, I think, which is a kind of across from the Out of Door Academy. And it's going to be the third phase where they're going to be local traffic only. So, and I can give you this.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. The people that live there got a postcard, and then I asked them for the traffic management plan, and they sent this. So,
Okay.
I mean, no.
Then on the other side of the bridge, it says it's being closed as of bridge. On the other side of the bridge.
I think that's just to warn people going both directions that there's going to be some road closure.
One way.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some work that's going to go on the curve at Ocean, not at Ocean, on Siesta Key Drive in Heigl, that curve where everybody has a crash on the north end on Bay Isle. They're going to do some work on that, and they're going to make people detour around that. But the schedule of that hasn't been announced.
The sign I'm talking about is when you cross over the bridge and you're going up to Oxford. It's all the
Talk to the city, I guess is what I'd say. I have no idea. The city doesn't talk to us about that kind of stuff.
One of the things we will tend to do is put on, given us, on, we can put that on our website. And I think that we get status reports, if anyone wants to have some advance warning about the next phase, we can put that on there as well. But it probably won't be,
Yeah, I think you're on track.
you can see up here, that's what we have so far. But you might get phone calls as well about people trying to get through neighborhoods and they're lost, so that you might get some frustrated rerouters.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the portion here that's going to be closed first. And then the second portion is Heigl from that same intersection down to the school. And the third section, and this is going to occur over a 5-month period of time, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., 5 days a week, is right here on Lotus.
So that shouldn't be an issue there.
Yeah. But this ditch that's all along here and all along here, people know how deep it is. They're going to put sewer pipe in the bottom of that and then cover it up and make it a grassy swale for surface water to get into it. And I think eventually the pipe goes down and goes out Lotus and gets into the Grand Canal. Whether that's good or not, we haven't been asked. I think it's going to go in down here someplace.
Alrighty, well, I appreciate the time today, and I'll be here next month, so.
One last question. I live by Beach Access 5.
Yes.
At night, you say 8:30 or not, there are two very bright lights. Where do you live, your vehicles?
That-
Not on the same vehicle. On one vehicle.
It's-
It's on a separate vehicle.
It's possible. Is it every night?
Virtually,
I would just give us a call when it's happening, and then let the on-duty guys that are working at that time just come out and kind of figure out what it is. I'm not sure. Okay, well, thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. If you have any questions, in the meantime, just get them to Catherine, and I can either answer back through her or just answer for next meeting. Okay. Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much.
Yep, absolutely. Take care.
Sorry to interrupt you with that information.
Oh yeah, no, thank you.